Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan live at 12 o'clock in association with Collinstown Farmers Market. And don't forget, they're on this Sunday at 11 o'clock till 1:30. So get there early and check it out. But listen, in the background, we have some 12 bongs coming in. So we're going to do our own 12 bongs. Bong, 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 bong. Paula, come in here and give me 4 bongs. Bong, bong. Take it away there.
Bong, bong.
2 more.
Bong, bong.
Excellent. And I think we need 2 more.
Bong, bong.
And then we'll go off here in the background. There you are, folks. We'll start off our show with all our birthday shout-outs, and we're going to be chatting to Paula in just a few minutes. And what have we got here? We've got the birthday shout-outs. We have Derek Sweeney, and he is in Dublin, wishing you a happy birthday, Derek, from here in the barracks in Mullingar. Look at what a fantastic place it is, and what a fantastic place it is turning into. Yes, going to help the community of Mullingar. It is helping at the moment, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger with the help of all these people who are getting involved. Okay, Julia Flanagan is in Mullingar and it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And John Riley in Multifarnham. Happy birthday to you. We have Geraldine Prentice and she's in South Lancashire and wishing you a happy birthday. The bells are starting. And Roy Harrison is in Birmingham, wishing you a happy birthday. And we have Kevin Kelly, who is in Maynooth, and he uses it in Irish, Cuiveen, and wishing you a happy birthday too. We have Janice Reid Keenan, and she's in Drogheda, wishing you a happy birthday, Keenan, I got that right. And we have Chloe Darby, born, bred and reared in Mullingar. Hello to you, Chloe, and wishing you a happy birthday. We have Seasamh, and that's Shawneen in Irish, Joe, and he's from Ballymore. I think he works in the hotel down there in Cooney's Hotel. So a big shout out to you, Joe, on your birthday. And we have Seamus McGovern, wishing you a happy birthday, sir. And Milltown Brown Rahley, and that's North Carolina. Milton Brown. And he's in Raleigh, R-A-L-E-I-G, Raleigh, I beg your pardon. That's Walter Raleigh. And he's in North Carolina, wishing you a happy birthday too. And Helen Gagan, born, bred and reared Mullingar, wishing you happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Don't forget, folks, you want to join us on our bus, as there is the bus. She's parked up at the moment, but we're outside because we're doing an outside broadcast. And it's beautiful here in the barracks here in Mullingar. If you would like to join us on board our bus to tell your story or to promote your business, PM us here on this channel. That's a private message, and send it off and we will get back to you. Okay, what else have we got? We've got the food shout out competition winners, and that's the Bridge Bar and Cullens have opened their own coffee shop. So fair play to them, keeping the flag flying, and they're just down around heading for the Dublin Bridge at the left hand side of the traffic lights as you're heading out, and the right hand side if you're heading into town. The second set of traffic lights after the Dublin Bridge. Let me see who else we got. Birthdays, we have Thomas MacDonald, and he's a solicitor in Mullingar. Yes, indeed, a fine solicitor he is too. And this comes in from Carmel Martin, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Thomas. And it was yesterday, so he's 1 year older and a day. Happy birthday to you. And Ross Williams is always in contact with us. He's down in Tipperary, and he says to us today that his 3-year-old niece is she's 3 today. Happy birthday to you. And they're in Australia. So Ross in Tipperary and his niece is in Australia. So wishing his niece a happy birthday too. And a big celebration. We have found out recently that Johnny Cronin and Olga Ahi are having a baby. Amazing news, and congratulations to you both, and you'll make fantastic parents. And our Facebook recommendation today is John McAnany, and he is always making beautiful photographs of the town of Mullingar, and he has his flying drone, and he's always promoting his town. So a big shout out to you, and his page to check out for today. And as well as that, our shop local pick of the day is Derrymore Springs, and it's a sports and recreation centre, and it's open at the moment. If you want to ring them on 087 717 4336, and they are in Calucan. A big shout out to all our friends out there. It's a big huge area of a lake that was dug out originally, and a lot of history involved in that place as well. So a big shout out to you guys, and have a super day. Now we are in the barracks, and we're at a place called the M, and the M room, but I'm here with Paula. And Paula is involved with this area of the barracks. Paula, how's it going?
How are you, Ray? How's it going?
Great to have you on board. Tell us, Paula, we'll put the sign in there, we'll get the tools in the sign. What exactly are you doing here in the barracks?
Here in Block M, what we're actually doing is we're setting up a Mullingar Heritage and Folklore project.
Wow.
So what we're actually going to be doing, we've already started with a couple of people, we're going to be taking people's oral histories. So that's sitting down talking to people about their stories of Mullingar.
Oh.
And it's not necessarily people that were born and bred here. It's also people who have come in over the last few years, because 100 years down the road, these recordings will still be there in the library for people to listen to.
Are these a visual or
They're audio.
Audio, okay.
Audio,
yeah.
We're going to be starting with audio.
And have you done any yet?
We have a couple of them done. We have
Okay.
a few done. We're working with an awful lot of the historians in the town. Noel O'Callaghan is involved with us here. And we have Dr. Paul Hughes, who is actually the historian in residence in Mullingar at the moment.
Wow.
Jack Kiernan is another one of the
on,
historians.
Jack.
And we're all going to be working together. And I will give a shout out to Melanie McQuaid, our heritage officer, and Paula in the libraries, because they've actually put on a training course. So if anyone is actually interested in coming on board and learning about the history of Mullingar and doing these recordings with us, they can come along, we can do the training and come along and get involved.
How do they contact you?
They can contact us on the Columb Barracks Restoration and Regeneration
It's a big mouthful.
Committee. It is the CBRRC.
Yeah.
Or they can just call into the barracks, Block B and Block C. Over there, there's usually somebody in there, and just tell them that you want to become involved and get interested. There's usually Pascal here in Block M, because at the moment what we're doing is we're actually, when we got possession of this block, it was quite derelict and filthy, so we're in the process of refurbishing it and doing it up.
In this block here, you have a room here, a room here. Do you have upstairs?
We have upstairs as
3
well.
rooms? Or does it go up 2 stories?
It goes up 2 stories
Yeah.
now. Nearly all our rooms are booked. We have St. John's Ambulance coming on board. We have a local graffiti artist, would you believe, an artist.
Who's he?
Dave is all I know his name so far.
Dave, oh yeah.
And he's coming in and he's going to go upstairs and going to be teaching people how to do art. We have band practice goes on upstairs as well. So we've different rooms, different community groups, different people come in. It's a space, and that's what we want in the barracks. We want the community in here. We want them to have that space.
Exactly. I mean, it's so big, and the lads are playing football there today, and there's a great feeling up here of just, it's settled. It seems, it's a zone of feeling good.
And like, in all honesty, the atmosphere in the barracks has changed.
Yeah.
Even with the lockdown, there was always kind of, we have a little pod of people who are always in here when we could get in. And because they're, obviously you can imagine keeping the barracks neat, tidy as we can. And the county council as well, I will shout out to the environmental department, because they're actually going to supply us with equipment to actually do a clear out.
Excellent.
So
Pat is on the gates down there as well.
Oh,
keeping an
good
eye.
old Pat Price is here,
What
yes.
a legend! And I mean, it's like his house.
It is.
And he's a gentleman anyway, and very, very approachable. But it's great because he's an army man originally.
He is.
And he went away from the army, and now he's back, and he's standing on the gates as proud as can be. So big shout out to Pat there as well for looking after, because it's a security firm that's looking after things here as well, because it is quite a big area, and not to let anyone really start just breaking windows or whatever.
No, I have to say there has been a time when that was happening, but you'll notice now it's not happening anymore.
Brilliant.
Pat's keeping a good eye on things, and as well as that, most people know once the blocks are occupied, damage doesn't get done, because people know that everyone who is in the blocks here, we're all here voluntarily, we're all doing this.
Pascal's doing a bit of painting there today.
Pascal's doing some painting today. We have Pascal in, he's one of our handymen, and then we have Andy and Amanda, and they're here as well, and they do an awful lot of cleaning and help in getting the buildings up to scratch.
Are you going to be sustainable in this building as well as Helen over in her building?
Well, Helen over there she's booked out as well over there. Any of the blocks that we actually have were booked out, like every room is gone.
Okay, and is there many people in this block area? Like, is there people down on this side, on the left?
Well, I think a lot of the block down there on the left is used for storage.
Okay.
For different community groups. But definitely over on the right hand side there, and these blocks here, they're all actually occupied. Because we have the Irish United Nations Veteran Association here as well, and they have their blocks down here. They said, we have this block. This was originally actually living quarters. So I do know that the Marr family lived in here at one point.
All right.
So as an Angela Marr from our Mullingar town team.
Yeah.
So this would have been
They lived in this house
they
here?
would have lived in here at some point, yeah.
All right, yeah.
So, but our main aim, as I said, is to restore this. We're in the ground floor, restoring the ground floor, and actually having it as a place where people can come in, sit down, feel comfortable, and recall their memories of Mullingar. And I think that's important because, as I said, it's the social history. It's not. You can read history in a book about a building, but you can't actually read anything like that in a book from the stories that people will tell you.
You're living in Mullingar how long now?
My family's originally from Westmeath. My family's from Four.
Oh, right.
And up around the Collinstown area. So I would actually have links here in the barracks. Tom Salmon, who was on the gate, is my cousin.
Right.
So, and Christy Salmon, the busman, he's cousin
They're
of mine as well.
yeah.
Yeah. And obviously Bartley, Sparrow and Drumcray, more cousins. So my father was originally from Four. I grew up in Dublin and I'm living here in Mullingar 20 years. I moved back down here to be closer to my dad when he moved back home.
Right.
So
Mick Bartley then was an uncle of yours?
Mick Bartley was my cousin.
Right.
His father Johnny was my uncle.
Amazing.
So it's a small world.
Isn't
it
it?
really is. Like even Amanda, who grew up in Dublin as well, she actually has links here in Mullingar as well. Noel O'Callaghan would have links, as well, and we all grew up in the same area in Dublin. We all have links here in Mullingar. So it's... As
well as that, because the barracks as well, they trained up a lot of guys, then they went foreign, like they went to, originally they went to the Congo, and then they went to Cyprus, and then they went to, where else did they go?
Jodhpur, and then they would have had the Lebanon.
That's it, yeah. That's they're trained up. But there's a lot of training done here, so people came from somewhere else to Mullingar and then actually met the women from Mullingar and married into Mullingar, and that's...
Well, one of the things that we're hoping will happen here in this barracks here is that we will actually have it for training purposes as well, because we're thinking of future skills that aren't really there anymore.
That's right, mechanics you can't get.
Mechanics, plumbers, electricians. As we call them future skills, because what's happening is now you have these young people and it's all about CAO going to college. It doesn't suit everyone. So if we actually had a place here in Mullingar where people could come in and do those sort of apprenticeships, not so much the classroom work, but actually retrofit the buildings.
Exactly.
As part of their training. Would that be just an amazing thing to see?
You have the men's shed group here as well, haven't you?
We have the men's shed over there. We have the youth projects here. We also actually have the Department of Justice in here with us as well. We do. The Department of Justice have some guys who come in to do some community service, and they actually do some work around the place as well. So. And
then around that big main building is where the boxing club is, and then you have the cafe on the left hand side.
We have Mullingar Community First Responders are in here as well.
That's right, yeah.
And we actually have the Gardaí come in, and because we actually in this barracks there's a range. It's one of the few ranges left in the country where the Gardaí can come in and train.
Right.
And we've also actually seen them in here training for covert operations as well, which is actually great fun to watch for us.
Yeah.
But
when you're painting away, they're
when
looking out the window.
You're watching them. It's actually fun, But so there's a huge amount. The boxing club actually has gymnasiums over there as well, and the Order of Malta's in there as well. I'm just trying to go through who.
Yeah, and then Frank has the studio.
Frank has his studio down the front as well. Yep. And as I said, and our own community here, the Columb Barracks Restoration and Regeneration Committee, that's a group of about 20 people, all professionals in their own right, who are come together to literally, and there's a fabulous vision for this barracks, absolutely fabulous, where they're looking at, as I said, the education side, the community side. Maybe the square could be used for markets, for small concerts or festivals. You know, there's so much space in here, and every building in this main area, they're all listed buildings. They're all over 200 years old.
Yeah.
So there's huge history here as well. Like there's an old jail out the back. You have McCone's cell down at the front. You know, like there's huge history in the barracks, and it needs to be maintained.
Exactly. You come up here and you can stay for the whole day.
That's exactly the plan. Like, wouldn't it be lovely to see this as a thriving community area with education and markets and small startup businesses? And
I must say that the effort that's had to be put in by the Columb Barracks Restoration and Regeneration,
just
the
say
website,
CBR.
CBR,
Yeah.
and they've put a lot of effort, and I mean the website is very good, the information is very good, and it's definitely well worth checking out.
It is, and sign our petition. Our petition
yeah.
is literally just to make this into a community space.
And the way things are going now, we have to get community, because I mean,
We do.
Everyone's just gone. Like, I think the way things have changed in the last year or two, we've got to know our neighbour, where before we were too busy.
Yeah.
Now we have the opportunity of creating a proper community, no matter where we are.
Exactly.
If you're in your own estate, if you're on street, if you're in the barracks or whatever, it's a huge opportunity for just people to say, yeah, let's go for it and let's get involved.
Exactly. And as I said, no matter what you want, you can come in here, and I guarantee you, everyone in here works on, no money passes hands, everything is bartered.
Wow.
So,
System.
back to the old-fashioned way.
Excellent.
It's a real case of, if I need something, someone will have it and be able to help out. If they need something, I'll help them out. And everyone is like that in here. It's a great system.
As I say, back to the future.
It is back to the future, definitely.
Right, give us a phone number there or a contact that if anyone wants to come and help you or get involved with you, we'll either go to your Facebook page, it's Paula
Bartley Griffin.
Yeah.
And if you want to get involved with us here in the barracks, if you get in touch with the Columb Barracks Restoration and Regeneration Committee, if you just put in Columb Barracks on the Facebook, it'll bring you into our page.
Excellent.
And you'll get to see what we do.
There you are, folks. Once again, we're doing something this week for the Column Barracks. Last week we've done a little bit with the lads who were doing a bit of videoing, and we've got Paula here, and what a fantastic chatter. We could be here all day. But look, folks, thank you for looking in, and appreciate all your support. If you can help in any way, or if you want to get involved in any way, we've given you all the information, so go back through it and check it out. We're going to be live at 5:30 today with the bus. Bus will just be a little bit late, but we will be there, and we'll look forward to seeing you all then. So from myself and Paula here in the barracks, good
Take care,
afternoon.
bye.
Bye.